What's happening, everybody? Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name's Abdullah Umar, aka Brown Man Lifts, and what I have for you guys today is going to be a review / my experience of how I use, why I use, when I use 10mm forever lifting belts from Inzer. So yeah, without further ado, let's get right into the video, guys. So here I have it right here is my lifting belt that I have. As you guys can tell right off the bat, I got it in black. There's no special reason for that. I mean, you guys can get any color you want. Inzer has a very large variety of the colors that they offer for the belt. The only difference I remember in getting a different color was black. They could get it to you in like 7 to 10 days just because they have everything they need right off the bat. Whereas if you were to order a blue one or a red one or red, white, and blue or the army green or any different type of color or design, it might take them a little bit longer because they might not have the right color or the right fabric or whatever it is they might need to go ahead and get it to you guys. But other than that, I mean, when you guys get the belt, you will get it first. It'd be very, from what I remember, I've had this belt for a very long time now. I want to say I've had it for about 3 years. My dad got it for me as a present right after I hit a 335-pound back squat, and I started getting a little iffy on like, should I keep going up, should I not? So my dad got me this belt to kind of relieve my tension on that. But yeah, right off the bat, when you guys get the belt, I believe it's a lot stiffer. It won't necessarily fall right into place how mine does right here. So you would have to kind of do your own things, just keep rolling it, take it on itself. Let me see if I can show you guys. Just take it on itself, kind of roll it around, do what you need to do, get that little bend in it, get that flexibility in it, wear it around your waist, around the house if you want to, or just whatever you need to, get it bending naturally. It's like you're breaking in a pair of shoes, go ahead and break in your belt. When you guys buy this will all be silver right here, where you guys can see my blue where I put the blue paint over it. That will just be a shiny silver. And on the inside right here where you have the screws, where mine is red, your guys again will just be silver. I just did that to switch it up and kind of make my belt a little different from others. But yeah, you guys can do whatever you wish. But in my opinion, I would say people who are more into like powerlifting as opposed to bodybuilding, you could use a much cheaper, lightweight type of belt. This one's very heavy, it's very sturdy. But there's a lot to it, you know? So you notice when you put this in your bag or when you put this just holding it around after a couple minutes, you'll notice the weight. Whereas a regular lifting belt, they're a lot lighter. They're more free and form-fitting, so you can kind of take them with you as you go and do whatever it is you wish with them. But for those who are seriously into powerlifting, they want to make some gains, they want to make some progress on their lifts, this is something I would recommend. There's a lot of different types of belts out there, but for a beginner type of belt to kind of get yourself into powerlifting, hitting those heavier numbers, this is a great way to start off with them. You can go to companies like Pioneer and get a similar belt. I've had this for about 3 years now, like I said earlier, and I really don't have any complaints. I never had any problems with it or anything. The only issues that I would say I've had was when I was breaking it in, I would notice some really tight rubbing marks, like some bruises on my midsection. That could have been the belt being too tight, could have just been it's not broken in. I was a lot heavier back then, so it could just be that, any combination of it all. Only problem I've ever had with the belt, I would say, is every now and again, I want to say last time it happened was on PH3 last year, I had the belt like all ready to go, I was wearing it, let me see, there you go. So it would be like that, I was wearing it, I was in the middle of it, it was around my body, you know? And as I got myself ready to squat, I got myself racked, and when I unracked the bar and I was standing in the middle when I was standing in the middle ready to do my squat, all of a sudden this just popped off and I didn't know what to do, so I quickly racked the bar again and reset everything. But after looking into it a couple times to see what it was that caused that to happen, I don't know if I mentioned, but that's only happened like 2 or 3 times in the last 3 years. Everyone was saying it's pretty much just too loose. I need it to be a little bit tighter, more snug on me, so that when you breathe, do the Valsalva maneuver to breathe into your core, into your abdomen, and get everything tight and ready for your lift, you should be feeling it pressing against. And it shouldn't be pressing against very lightly or loosely. It should be pretty tight and pretty snug onto you. So yeah, like I mentioned, the person who's wearing the belt, you should be right here in the middle of it. You want to wrap the belt around your waist, and then clamp it in position. I like to think of it having like 2 fingers in between. If I could get my 2 fingers in pretty easily, then I know that I'm fine. If I want it to be tighter or whatever, I might go ahead and throw a hoodie on, so it's just I'm a little bit thicker. But yeah, if you want it to be a little bit looser, you don't want to change how the size is or anything, you could go ahead and take a hoodie off or take a layer off, whatever you're wearing. When you do get the belt, it doesn't come how you see it right here. It comes generally as this is its own piece, the little inside piece is its own thing, and the screws are separate too. It's not separate as in a whole different package, just separate as in you got to put it together. So ultimately what you want to do is just put it around your waist and figure out where the holes are, make it align for yourself, and just put the screws in. It takes about 2 or 3 times to get it right to where you want it to be, but it's really not that hard to do it. So I'm pretty sure I covered everything I wanted to cover in this video for you guys. I apologize if I'm kind of all over the place in the video. I have a script right over here that I'm trying to follow, but I really suck at following script. When I start talking, I kind of just tend to go on and on and on. So I apologize if I'm kind of all over the place. That's something I'm going to hopefully work on in the upcoming videos. But yeah, like once again, I just want to reiterate, I wouldn't say start lifting and get this belt immediately. I would say lift for at least like 2.5, 3 years, something like that. Get your own, build the foundation, get your own footing in the gym, get yourself comfortable with the movement before you want to start adding on these extra aids to aid you in the movement. Because if you're not confident in the movement itself, having all these extra things on you or having just the external sources on you, it'll make it harder for you to build that confidence and build that ease in the movement. And not only that, but when you're squatting a plate or 2 plates, that's only 135 pounds, which it is a lot of weight, but if you're using a belt and you're trying to be powerlifting, it shouldn't be that hard for you to hit that. And you shouldn't need the belt to hit that. I would say people should be able to get up to about 3 plates, 4 plates without the belt comfortably, and then go ahead and put the belt on. Everybody's different. You might need it a little earlier. Some people might need it a little later. Just try without before you go ahead and give in to this. Other than that, I don't really have anything else to add. If there's anything I didn't cover in this video, if you guys have any more questions, let me know down below and I can go ahead and get those covered for you guys. Other than that, I do have a video coming up for review. It's like a similar video, hopefully just scripted better, for my squat shoes, and probably for the knee sleeves, the headphones, and maybe that's probably it. But yeah, if there's anything else you guys want to know, let me know down below. Other than that, like and subscribe to this video, share it with your friends, get this out there, and yeah, stay lit and stay humble, guys. Enjoy your day.
Ain't nobody gotta go through what I'm going through, no.